Everybody, you know what day it is. It's Monday. And if you can tell, there's a Monopoly game in here. And it is Valentine's Day themed. Well, maybe not really, but there is a heart. This is all I bought from Burlington. And it is Monopoly Monday Villains! Valentine's Day special. Because, you know, I do not like Valentine's Day. I think it's bullcrap. I think it's just BS. I think the whole entire thing is just a way to propagate men to spend money on women. That's just how I feel about it. And it has become more of a day of lust than a day of love. If you really love somebody, you won't need gifts from them. That's just how I feel about it. Just like Christmas and other holidays. Anyway, I really wish I had found this game before Valentine's Day, so I could have had a Valentine's Day special, but I guess I'm having a late Valentine's Day special. True love is what Jesus did on Resurrection Sunday. It's what he did on Christmas. He was born sinless. He lived sinless. He died on the cross for our sins. And he rose and didn't stay dead. Now that's love. Love is sacrifice. Love is action. God is love. Everything else is lust. Anyway, play as one of 6 classic Disney villains. Hire a team of villains. Scheme against your opponents with poison apple cards. From Hasbro Gaming. I got this for $10. It says compare value at $17. I've never seen this game anywhere for $17. So that's literally malarkey. That it would be $7. Here are the different villains it looks like you get. Looks like Captain Hook, Jafar, Maleficent, the Wicked Witch, whatever her name is, from Snow White, Cruella de Vil, Scar. A pretty good assortment of characters there. So this looks like Scar. Be nice if they would have written their names on the tokens so that you would be able to tell who is who. This is Captain Hook. Because I don't know, I actually do not know the Wicked Queen's, Evil Queen's name. This looks like Maleficent, which I'm probably butchering her name. Did anybody watch Angelina Jolie play Maleficent in that movie that they made? Because I didn't. Did anybody watch the Huntsman movies? I watched those. They're actually pretty good with Chris Hemsworth and the girl who, I forget the girl's name. Okay, that's supposed to be Cruella de Vil. Anybody notice that her name is actually Devil? So it's another one of these games where you have coins instead of actual. Here's the rules, which has some decent artwork. You can build layers and thickets. Okay. Actually look pretty cool. So there's another game, Disney Princess Edition. Monopoly Junior that uses castles, which the castles are pretty cool. Anytime I actually find a Disney, anytime I find that particular game, I buy it just for the castles because the castles are cool, and you can paint them, and you can implement them as castles for other games, tactical miniature games, where the castles would be like strongholds, like like a Risk type games to make like a medieval-ish Risk. Anyway, so you also have this like cool ring thing. It's probably works just like the Lord of the Rings Monopoly, maybe. Certain villains can actually, it can go around the villain, which gives them like special powers and abilities and stuff, which is pretty cool. You have these thickets, which honestly, like I said, they're thick. They're thick thickets. They're pretty good. These pieces, even if the game sucks, could be implemented into like a Risk game or something, and these layers could be used as strongholds. And these thickets could be used as like blockades and whatnot. So that's another reason why I like Monopoly games. This is an awesome die. So this die. So there's only one die that I can see, which means you're gonna go around the board slower. Okay, but this die is cool. It's like luminescent green with purple pips. I like that. I like that die. So this game is worth $9 in my opinion, just for, even if you don't play the game. I believe it's worth $10. Actually, it's $9.99 plus tax. $10, $11 basically, and you pay taxes because taxes are like 10%. Hey, Joe Biden, while you're out there taxing folks, how about you stop taxing us income sales taxes? By the way, so here are contacts, which are other characters and villains. So they're like sidekicks, I guess, villain sidekicks. Which I did the Monopoly, not Monopoly, but I did the Disney Sidekicks game, which is pretty cool. This is neat. So we have Madam Nim, Madam We have Dawn Bellwether. So these are different sidekick villains from various different Disney shows. We have King Candy, which ironically in Candyland is the good guy. So, or is he? It looks like each location each color group only has 2 properties. So we also have Tomatoa. Okay. Ka! The Queen of Hearts. Where's the other queens? The Queen of Spades, the Queen of Clubs, the Queen of Clovers, the Queen of... No, the other queens. Shah Khan. Khan! Prince John. Which historically Prince John wasn't that bad of a guy. They just made him bad. Lady Teramaine. If y'all can name the movies these particular characters are from, that would be cool too. I know some of them, but I want y'all to comment down below which one goes with which movie. Gaston. No one is awesome like Gaston. No one could kill the beast like Gaston. Gaston is the real hero of the show. Gaston is not a villain. He's Gaston. Anyway. Anybody get mad that they made Gaston like gay and stuff? This is supposed to have been like the ultimate Chad. Hunter, badass, Beast Slayer guy who could also sing and got with all the got with all the guys now because they made him gay in the live action Beauty and the Beast movie. That's as bad as that cultural appreciation stuff that I talked about in the last video. Making historically Chad alpha male figures, making them both villains and gay? No. Anyway, there's Yasma. There's Dr. Freckles, or Fuckler, whatever. There's Mother Gothel. Some of these aren't necessarily villains, though. There's Hades. Hades he's just it's like the king of hell. It's like Abaddon. It's not like he's actually a bad guy, just the king of hell. Ursula and Chernobog from Gargoyles? Huh. I think he's from Gargoyles. Then there's like spells and potents. So there's spells and potents. Potions and spells. So that replaces the traditional utilities, I believe. And then there's some looks like there's some blank cards here, and it looks like there's no railroads. There's some chance cards, and then of course there's evil poison apple cards. So we will look at the chance cards here. Also, they're called the Flames of Power. Okay, that's cool. Then we have these poison apple cards. Look at that cool apple. That's cool artwork, I gotta say. I don't know who would bite into it, why it looks like that, but still, it's pretty cool. I like that one. The very first it says, a hero would stay in jail. How foolish of them. Get out of jail free. So they got funny sayings. I know, right? Heroes are fools. Why would you want to stay in jail? So you can use these poison apple cards to play against your opponents. That's interesting. And then here are each character. Like we have Captain Hook here. Hook. Or they just call him Hook now. Don't like the hand you're dealt? Try using your hook. You have the Flames of Power. So each character has their own special ability while they're holding the Flames of Power. Flames of Power. At any time, if you don't like your roll, you may re-roll. You must then use your second roll. So you get a re-roll. And this is Jafar. Aladdin's, buddy, pal. I must find this one, this diamond in the rough. Whenever you land on the same space as another player, you can steal $5 from them. Okay. That's pretty cool power. So you land on a space with someone else, you get their money. Then we have Cruella de Vil. I guess they got rid of the DeVille part. They're just calling her Cruella now. Cons are much easier to steal than puppies. Oh, coins. Golly. Cannot read today. Whenever you pass or land on the same space as another player, steal $1 from them. That sucks. Oh, wait. Pass or land. Oh, you could pass multiple players on a turn. Like so if you like say you're the last player and you could literally pass the other 5 players and that still would give you $5. Nice. So on second thought, that's a little bit better than landing on a player and only collecting $5. You collect $1 every time you pass somebody, just because you have the flames of power. Kind of like the Ring of Power from Lord of the Rings, but the flames of power. Then you have Maleficent. Curses are your specialty. Whenever a player lands on a chance space, steal $1 from any player. So it doesn't have to be the player that landed on the chance space. And it includes when you land on a chance space because it says any player. That's pretty good card, I guess. You got the Evil Queen. Oh, so her name's just Evil Queen. She doesn't have a name. Seriously, doesn't the Evil Queen have a name? You're the fairest one of them all. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? YouTubers, comment down below who the fairest YouTuber is and why is it me? No, I'm just playing. Whenever a player lands on a poison apple space, steal $1 from any player. So this is like Maleficent's card, except for it has to be poison apples instead of chance cards. Then we have Scar here. Be prepared if you have the flames of power. Whenever another player rolls a 6, steal $1 from them. That kind of sucks because it's theoretically, but probably, but very highly improbable that you could play a whole entire game without once rolling a 6, and you don't have to steal the dollar from the person who rolled the 6. Any player. That means it includes when you roll a 6 too. So here's the game. Check out the art and whatnot. Let's look at the various different art. We got the brown properties. Now I did not see these cards. I'm wondering if I'm missing something. I do have 4 blank cards. I'm wondering if these were supposed to be the race cars, the carriage, the chariot, and the traveling tent. Or let me check and see something about this because I just noticed it. And vehicles. When you land on a vehicle space, you may choose to move to any property on the board. Follow the rules of that space where you land. If you pass the go space, do not collect $2 from the bank or take the flames of power. If you have the flames of power, your ability does not apply to any character you pass. How do you collect the flames of power? Good question. Just out of curiosity, I'm wondering how you collect the flames of power. When you pass or land on the go space, collect $2 from the bank and immediately take the flames of power. So every time you pass go, you get the flames of power. Okay. So that's how the flames of power work. Okay, back to looking at the art on the game. So they're not actual properties you can buy, the vehicles. Now, I suppose you could house rule it and make them properties you could actually buy and use those 4 blank cards that I just showed you. Yeah. And use those 4 blank cards to make property cards for those particular properties, and then use them like their actual properties from as the railroads. Like you own 1, you get $1. You own 2, $2. 3, $3. 4, $5. You know, because you own all of them, make it exciting. Anyways, that is the game, the Villains edition of Monopoly from Hasbro Gaming, from Disney. Disney Channel. Well, not Disney Channel. Disney villains. Just Disney. Of course, remember God is good all the time. And that villain, that Jesus is the hero, and that the Lucifer is the villain, and that God is going to destroy and defeat the villain one of these days in the future. Yeah, but the villain will come back and deceive most of mankind, and then they will be kicked off the planet and sent into the hellfire, bottomless pit, and all that stuff. Anyway, have a great day. Hope you enjoyed the video. Later. Did y'all stay for the whole 20 minutes? If you did, you are amazing and awesome. Because it's like past 20 minutes now. It's like 21 minutes. Anyway, these videos will probably take a while to load. Because longer videos take longer times to load. And I don't have Wi-Fi and all that. So I can't load stuff super fast. Anyway, have a great day. And hope you enjoyed these Monopoly Monday video specials. Later.